Well, as you can see, I'm back in France. My contract was due to run to the end of the month. The digital agency panicked, ran out of money and cancelled early, then panicked, wanted me back, but I'd already planned my journeys and are now messing me about a bit, to be honest. Don't know if we want you here or there or whatever. So I've been making the most of France. I'm a little bit out of puff because, as you can see, just walked up quite a big hill and had a stinking cold yesterday, so it's nice to get out, get some fresh air. Let's have a little look around. We've got a plaque here showing us where everything is and the various villages, and what a view, what a view. Over there you can see the snow-capped Pyrenees. I've taken loads of pictures of the Pyrenees and they've always come out pants, you can hardly see them. I can tell you they're spectacular here today, but they'll probably not even be visible in a video. We'll see. But it's absolutely gorgeous up here today, not a breath of wind. Yesterday was really windy and there's not a breath of wind up here today. And we can see for miles all the gorges, absolutely beautiful. You hear dogs barking probably 5 miles away, I would think. Yeah, sorry, puffing a bit because I really am out of breath, out of fitness really. There's some guys burning off, I'm guessing, vines over there. Early this morning, that smoke was just in the valley like a sea in the valley here. And my usual walk is up along this, well, it's a ridge, but it doesn't look like it from up here, up to this little village at the back here. And see the gorges through there. Absolutely fantastic. What a view. There's some wild thyme here. Again, probably hasn't got much smell yet. Oh, yes it has. Wow. Very, very strong smell. So my channel is Grumpy Old Man Ramblings. There you go. You've had some ramblings. I'm going to try a slightly different format this time. Keen to sort of break the mould a bit. Let me know what you like or don't like. As you've gathered, I'm back in France. I had a project for 2 months, which was quite an exciting one, really quite fun. And it all went a bit pear-shaped when the agency ran out of money. And I'm sort of waiting now until the spring so I can put my house on the market in the UK. So it was quite a nice little fill-in project, which then left a month or so between finishing that and putting my house on the market when the spring had arrived in the UK. I don't think it has yet, but you know what I mean. As it happens, perfect timing in France. Absolutely beautiful out here at the moment. A little bit dubious, a little bit hit and miss in the summer. It's reliable, but in this time of the year, February, March, it's a little bit dubious. Anyway, so a little bit of rambling about me walking in France to start off. We're going to cover some skiing. As it happened, while I was recording that video of me walking through the vineyards, we had a forecast to say there was going to be a huge dump of snow on the Pyrenees, and it arrived dead on time. And some friends and I decided it'd be perfect to get a sort of Airbnb or an apartment hotel type place and all go up there. Not all of us were skiing, but for the skiers amongst us, it was great. I hadn't skied for 15 years, so it's a bit flaky to start with, but lovely. The skiing came back, the style never did. Skis have changed a bit since I last skied. On the way home, we decided to go via the Limoux Carnival. Limoux has I think it's a month-long carnival. The poor buggers must be absolutely worn out by the end of it, you know, partying it up every day. I don't know how they keep the smile every day, but I'm guessing the weekends, maybe it's only over the weekends, but we were there for the weekend. So there's a little bit of the Limoux Carnival. I went last year and it was beautifully sunny and warm. We couldn't believe how lucky we were. This year there was a bitterly cold wind and it was a bit grey, but it didn't stop them from partying anyway. We're out for our morning walk. The forecast was cloud and rain, pretty grim really, and actually it's turned out rather nice, though very, very windy. I've hidden my microphone, but I suspect you'll probably still hear the wind or see me being blown from side to side. So we're just walking down through the vineyards. The white flowers are rocket, what you put in your salad, and most of the vineyards are absolutely full of them. And they plough them in as food for the vines later on. There's not much salad on them at the moment. They're mostly flower. I'm told you can eat the flowers. I don't like rocket anyway, so I'm not going to eat any of it. And there's some lovely little orange flowers ready to come out. Hey, you might notice I've got a half-made copper ring on. Just making a ring for my mate Nico. And I kept losing it, so I put it on. Nico must have bloody great hands because it fits my third finger. He's going to wear it on his little finger. That's an aside. So yeah, just walking down through the vineyards. The trees that are in blossom are almond trees. They're in blossom really early this year. And I have to say, I'm very pleased to see such nice weather. There's an ants hill there, a lot of ants here, especially in the summer. They're huge and really aggressive. They nip my little dog if she gets too close. She's not too happy this morning anyway. Mags, come on, because you're in the shadow of the camera. Mags, go on, go on. She's not too chuffed. She doesn't like this wind. So it kind of spooks her a bit. So we're just going to have a little walk back down through the vineyards and the fields. Really lovely, lovely time of year to be in France. We'll get to the Pyrenees in a minute and you'll see them. Well, hopefully you'll see them. They're quite difficult to see this morning, even with the naked eye, so the camera might not pick them up. They've had a good old dump of snow on them last night and they're forecast a week of heavy snow. So we're kind of hoping we might be able to get up there. Some friends and I are thinking of getting an Airbnb, going up there for a few days, see if we can get some skiing in. And if nothing else, get some snow time. Mags loves a bit of snow. Go on, you can go just because it's windy. So one of my favourite walks this. It's literally straight out my house and up the hill. I tend to do it once or twice a day. I'm trying to get 12 to 15,000 steps in a day at the moment. And it's not proving easy. And I thought if the weather wasn't going to be good, that was going to be even more difficult. But as I say, the weather's been far better than they forecast. And it's often the way. These vineyards, just amazing. Lovely little village. It's just beautiful. And this is kind of February when it's really not at its best. So it shows you how good it is the rest of the time. So in front of me, there's Mark in his tractor doing his vines. He's been out here. He came out here as a teenager to help pick grapes and never went home. It's quite a nice story. He's more French than the French now. So as you can see here, the almond trees, full blossom. And round to the right, as we come round the corner here, you'll catch a view of the Pyrenees with a bit of snow on. Oh, not quite yet. Bit premature there. Come on, Mags. She's walking in my shadow. She needs sunglasses. There's these lovely little shepherd's huts, old stone shepherd's huts everywhere. And they're still usable, incredibly. Not that anyone does, you know what I mean though. If it's tipping down with rain or you suddenly get rain, they're handy for hiding away quickly while the rain passes through. It's so windy in this area that if it rains, probably only have to wait 5 minutes and the sun's back out again. Another 5 minutes later it's raining. It's a bit like Scotland in that way. So you just about make out the start of the Pyrenees. Right over there is the biggest peak, Canigou. That's the start of the Pyrenees, the east side of the Pyrenees, and they spread as far as the eye can see towards the west. There's some wind turbines up there. As I say, it's a windy area, so they make the most of it with the wind turbines. And these are the almond trees. pop over and have a look at that one actually. Mags might not be so keen. So these are the shriveled almonds from last year. These blackened husks are the shriveled almonds from last year, and the blossom. I'm told when the tree's this size, the almonds aren't very good, they're very bitter. You need a lot of sun and a decent sized tree to get edible almonds, and most of the time we just don't get enough of that. So some of the big trees will give you edible almonds. These ones, they tend to put in liqueurs and things to give almond flavouring, and of course the sugar from the alcohol takes that bitterness away. Just looking at the cloud forms. I also have to keep an eye on the sky above. In the winter, the large birds of prey come down from the hills down into the valleys nearer the sea for shelter, and they're capable of taking a lamb, which means they're capable of taking my wee dog. So I do have to keep an eye on her. I've had one instance where a bird of prey has been sort of dropping down behind her, checking her out, and I can't think of a more hideous way to lose your pet dog. So this is my second favourite bench. Well, I said the wind had dropped, but it hadn't. Let's just take my glasses out of my pocket because I'm sick of breaking them in my pocket. Now, just check that out for a view. Come on, little dog. How good is that? So we had a brief drive up. It was probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours of mountain roads, and when we arrived there'd been plenty of snow, and it was nice that most of it had been cleared by the time we got there. This is driving up from the main town up to the ski location. And this is our apartment hotel. It was really nice actually. It was very cheap. The pool that they promised and the jacuzzi and the sauna, none of that was very good, but we paid so little for it we really didn't care too much about that. And when we arrived, we had a quick reconnaissance trip up to the ski resort, find out where we can hire skis and things like that, and just take in the resort. You can see Mags has got her coat on there. She always gets cold in the snow, there's not much off her. And after that we popped into the cafe and sort of took in some of the environment of the ski resort.
From our place, yeah, like for the evenings where they ski down with the torches. Yeah. Doesn't mean I'll ask on the road.
I rented a helmet because I thought everyone had a helmet on, but actually found out later I didn't need it. But this is the start of my skiing. I had a quick run down the nursery slope just to try and get back into it before I got a bit braver and took in some of the blue and red runs. This is on one of the larger runs. I was trying to hold the 360 camera and a ski pole, it just didn't work, but hey ho. I found my fitness wasn't as good as it should have been. I had to keep stopping, get my breath back. I need to do a bit more exercise before I go off and do any more of this silly skiing lark. The weather was perfect, absolutely perfect, and the snow on the first skiing day was absolutely perfect as well. So we were very lucky with the timings. Later on, when I was feeling a bit braver about not falling over, I decided it was lovely and warm and to ski in a t-shirt. I did get some mad looks. Under the obligatory run with the silly hat. I mean, I always say there's always one person on the ski slopes with a twat hat, and this time it was me. I decided not to take the ski poles this time, and actually skiing with the camera without poles was actually better. At least I could hold the camera properly. In the previous run I couldn't hold the ski poles and the camera. But beautiful, beautiful weather. I also found out my hat blows off at any speed, so I had to take it a bit slow here. The next day I taught my friend to ski. She'd never skied before, so this was learning the snow plough, and then finally letting her go on her own. You know, once she could snow plough. She didn't want to be in the video, so I've cut most of her out. But she learnt very quickly. Actually, this is half a day of never skiing. This is half a day's lesson, and she got the hang of it pretty quick. Though, like so many learner skiers, she'd get halfway around the turn, speed up, panic, and then forget to turn. So the first turn went very well. Second turn, you can see now she's got quite a bit of speed up and panicked. But that's quite normal, and that just comes with time. Of course, I never fell. Well, wait till the outtakes.
So skis across the slope.
On the last evening, we visited the Bains de St Thomas, which is a hot sulphur thermal spring straight out the Pyrenees. Absolutely amazing. It was all a bit Victorian, but the hot sulphur spas when it's snowing and cold in the Pyrenees, absolutely spectacular. But wow, did you feel it when you got out? They also had steam rooms and saunas, and it was a really nice, relaxing end to a fairly hectic few days of skiing. With us in the Pyrenees was my friend who lives off-grid in France, and she's desperate to show you around her off-grid lifestyle, and hopefully I'm going to go up there this week and record that, and as soon as I've got that ready I'll be dropping it on here, hopefully in a week or two. Can't wait to show you that. Stick with us. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It does wonders for the channel. And comment. I love hearing from you. I know I've been a bit quiet for a couple of weeks, but as I say, I've had a lot going on getting out to France. But please like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video, which should be a really good one with the off-grid living.
Look. That's why you don't sidestep.
This wanky camera's going to really annoy me soon. It's probably not even straight now. Let's get the fucking thing straight. Oh, this is just shit, isn't it?